This is the second movie from Jeff Bain I've seen, the other one being Joshi, which I thought was kinda meh. Not terrible, but not really that great either. However, this one stars Alison Brie, who I don't remember seeing in the lead role in a movie before. But I've seen Mad Men, Community and Glow, so I know she's very talented. And I was curious to see what she could do with this, given the chance to take the center stage here. However, the movie itself I knew almost nothing about, and it starts off like a pretty standard drama. Maybe more like a comedic drama, but there's also some hints in the tone that things might not be what they seem to be. But the story is essentially about this young woman who works a 9 to 5 at an arts and crafts store. Not much more information is given right off the bat, and what I liked a lot was that the fact that there's very little exposition in this, at least very early on. Instead, it shows you everything. It shows you who she is and what her life is like and lets you fill in the gaps yourself. But she basically comes across as a bit of a loner and a bit insecure, and the further into it we get, the more we learn about her and her past as well, because she's actually dealing with a few different things. And that's about as much as I want to give away about the story here, because this is one of those movies that's really difficult to get into without getting into spoilers. But I'm gonna do my best to skirt around it and try to somehow talk about it. And one of the main things I want to talk about is some of the subject matter, but even mentioning what that subject matter is an issue, because it's not really revealed that that's what it's gonna be about until a fair bit into the movie. But it's a topic that's very, very difficult to get right, and quite a few movies try to deal with it, because it is a prevalent issue in today's society and therefore worth exploring. But as I said, it's incredibly hard to find the right approach to dealing with it, and to find a balanced way to portraying it, but some movies do manage to do it. In fact, there was a very prominent movie last year that did a good job, although it wasn't perfect either. And while I do think this did a really great job in getting me to empathize with the main character, and to really show what it might be like to be in her shoes, what her experience might be like. In fact, I have a hard time thinking of a movie that's done a better job conveying that. But I definitely don't think it was flawless either, and I'm gonna have to use a word I don't really like here. The word problematic, because there are definitely some problematic things about this too. And again, it's very difficult to talk about without giving anything away. But it sort of flipped between feeling like it took the subject matter very seriously, and that it dealt with it in a way that was very appropriate, but on the other hand, it also sometimes didn't and seemed to almost want to derive comedy from it. And overall, I do think it did a fairly decent job balancing that, but it definitely wasn't perfect. And it did make me go, a few times, and mainly because of that, I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this. I also think things sorta escalated very quickly at one point, where there instead could have been a more gradual build-up. And there was a rather severe tonal shift too, where it got a bit weird and out there. But apart from those things, I did actually like this. I liked the writing and the performances especially. And I appreciated the way it was edited and put together too. It was very effective. However, overall, I'm very much on the fence about this one. I can't really make up my mind about it. But it did have some great aspects to it, that's for sure, but some things I'm just not sure about. And I think this one might divide audiences quite a bit too, because it does go out there on a limb toward the end. And some people might not like that, but on the other hand, some might actually love it. However, would I recommend this? I think you'll have to roll the dice on this one. I definitely don't think it's terrible, but at the same time it does have some potential issues. So I don't know, maybe give it a shot, maybe don't. After all, I'm not your dad. But hey, what are your thoughts on this? Have you seen it? Did you like it? Let me know. And if you enjoyed the video, maybe give it a thumbs up or sub to the channel, because that would be fantastic. And if you'd like, you can also support me on Patreon or PayPal through links in the description. And as always, I appreciate you and thanks for watching.